Hey folks, I'm John P.
I'm Callie Lewis.
This just in, Scott Thompson has cancer, nobody cares.
A gun that shoots lightning.
A street legal space shuttle.
Ooh, a man who fights a duck with a lightsaber.
And today we have a special co-host, it's Josh Malina.
It all starts... Sorry, line. It all starts now.
Welcome back to Geek Beat Live.
How are you guys today? We're having a great time because we have Josh in the house.
We do. Hey Josh, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You guys know Josh Malina, right?
Well, I mean, he was only the sexiest man alive 2001 to 2004.
That's
he beat
true.
out George Clooney.
That's
Forgot
true.
about that.
Yeah, I have it right here. These. I did a little research on you, Josh.
Those were the 3 years that nobody else entered, though.
So I have some extra facts here. Also, I believe in 1963 you were working for Barnum and Bailey as the bearded ladies stylist, right?
That I
yeah,
won't.
you remember that. It's a fact. Only I know it.
And you guys, you geeks, will appreciate this. He worked at NASA. He was the engineering
he's still working there.
manager. Oh, still?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it's his current.
Yeah, he's the engineering
manager
manager at the Goddard Space Center.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That is true.
And juggling acting all at the same time. Pretty
And
impressive.
of course, he's also most well known as the choreographer for Pee Wee Herman's Tequila Dance.
Of course. That was his brilliant move.
Classic.
And of course, he has a pet monkey named Rupert.
Right. How is Rupert nowadays?
You know, as a kid, I always wanted a monkey, and my parents said, when you're 18. And so I've had him now since I was 18, and he's doing well.
Good.
Good.
Of course, all of those facts are patently non-factual.
Right? Complete lies.
I did always want a monkey.
Except for that one. You heard it right here, folks. But, however, what you will know, Josh, from currently being on ABC's
Scandal. It is a good show.
It is a good show. We watched it.
I believe you. Even though you opened the show with a string of lies.
Sure, you watched it.
Yeah, right after I tell a bunch of lies. Right?
You believe.
Not only did we watch it, I think we have a clip. Don't we, Dave? Do we have a clip? So, Josh, can you just set this clip up for us? What are we about to see?
We're about to see a little clip of Scandal.
Uh-huh. Good.
You're obsessed. Do I need a restraining order?
Restraining order for a friend who brings you free coffee?
We're not friends, and that coffee is not free. What do you want?
Jane Powell, she's prosecuting the Harding rape case. You got any
Dirt. Dirt on Jane Powell, my friend and colleague, so you can threaten or intimidate her.
No, please, you hate Jane Powell. Jane Powell is gunning for your job. You're so touchy pre-coffee.
Beat it, stalker.
That's no way to treat a friend.
We're not friends.
Emmy
Awesome.
I mean, that clip probably, you're going to probably get an Emmy for that one, I think.
I think an Oscar, actually.
If they give Oscars or Emmys for...
I know. That was a joke.
I have a chance.
You never know. They might invent a category. No, but that show is awesome. Tell us a little bit about the show just for the people who haven't seen it yet.
The show, Scandal, is on Thursday nights at 10, but the finale aired last night, so that's irrelevant at this point. It is set in Washington, D.C. It stars Kerry Washington as Olivia Pope, the head of a crisis management firm. And it's created by Shonda Rhimes, who created Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice. And it's got a lot of things going on. It's got some political intrigue. It's got some thriller and mystery elements. It's got a little bit of a procedural to it, but it's pretty original stuff. I think Shonda Rhimes has created something very, very cool in it.
Well, you said it ended, well, they just ran the finale, but that was just the season finale, right? It's not like the...
That is true. We will be back in the fall, and we will continue to be.
Okay, for a minute I'd be scared, like, it wasn't going to be picked up or something again.
No.
Okay, okay. Besides your character, of course, my favorite character is the dude who's like, He was like Black Ops or something.
Yes, Guillermo Diaz plays a character named Huck. Basically,
Oh, yes.
Kerry Washington has assembled this team of cracks. Some of them are lawyers, some of them have other skills, but that make up her crisis management firm, and they've all got interesting backstories. And we've seen, that he was sort of a Black Ops kind of guy who may have done some unsavory things in his past.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's very sedated.
Like at one point,
Very.
well, he seems like he'd just like be a normal kind of nice guy, but like at one point he walks in the room and he's like, I forget the lady's name, but one of these, they're looking for somebody. He walks, he's like, she's dead. And nobody's paying attention. And he's like, she's dead. And then everybody stops. And
then he just screams.
And they're like, are you sure? How did that happen? And he's like, well, somebody, I can't remember exactly, but he's like, somebody cut her up and put her in a baggie and took her out of the room or something.
Oh,
and
you're
like,
mixing two scenes up.
hang on. They're like, how do you know that? And he goes, well, that's how I do it.
You totally
Exactly.
just mixed two scenes up.
Okay, that's fine. But
That's
I do
okay.
that. I do that.
I don't approve.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's a scary-
Scandal is not all. That's what you're doing right now. Although now I guess you have a little bit of a break before the next season. But
That's true. Start shooting again in July.
you also just shot a movie called Nights of Badassdom.
Yes, I wish I could tell you when that's going to be released because I'm very excited about it. But I'm not sure when it's coming out. But it's a pretty cool horror, funny take on LARPers, live-action role players, and their world, and what happens when you inadvertently release a real demon when you're LARPing.
That sounds exciting.
I would watch any movie that has the word badassdom in it.
Yes, I have to say, as soon as I saw that there was such a project, I wanted to be in it. I was delighted to then discover it was a great script and great director, and I really did want to be in it. But yeah, I was just drawn to the badassdom of it all.
Other things he's been in.
The Good Guys, which you love.
My favorite show ever.
Sports Night.
In Plain Sight, Bones, House, Psych, Terminator, Grey's Anatomy, CSI, Stargate, The West Wing, the big one, the West Wing. That was a big one.
That was a big one. An American President was big.
Right. Sliders, American President, A Few Good Men.
You were in Sliders?
One
I
episode.
was. In fact, I appeared a lot like this in a little. It was a sort of, before its time, Hunger Games-y type situation where there was this futuristic game of which I was the host, and I would just occasionally come on and say things as Egghead.
Do you remember that
I
one?
remember that one.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
in
I love
fact,
that
of
TV
course,
show.
Sabrina Lloyd used to star on Sliders, and she and I would eventually play a couple on Sports Night.
Nice. Awesome.
I always like to
ties
remind her
around.
that she never said hello to me at all on the set of Sliders.
Wow.
Oh.
Did you give her plenty hard time over that?
Very cold, yes. I said I was standing there, guest star, doing one episode. It would have been nice if you'd come over.
And look what happened to you now. Now you have to be married to me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, he's not on Google+, which we have given him a very hard time about, and he promises to do so, which we've yet to see him fulfill his promise. But you can get him on Twitter. Follow all his musings over at Josh Malina.
Malina.
Exactly.
And you will see him going like this in his profile picture with like a weird, funky, diapery looking thing.
Yeah.
What is the story
Look
behind
away.
that?
Not for the squeamish.
Yeah, not for
for
the
the
squeamish.
squeamish.
Not for the
From
squeamish.
an episode of Psych that I did, in which I played a man who believed himself to be a werewolf.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I sometimes believe myself to be a werewolf. Mark is giving us the...
So we'll go to a commercial break and come back
Oh, we're gonna
because
come
we
back.
have some additional questions for you,
We're not done
Josh.
with you.
Right
We are
on. I have
not
additional answers.
done.
Okay, so we're going to be right back. But before we go, you guys know the drill.
We just named a bunch of TV shows. We want to know what TV show you would want to appear on if you were able to.
That's right. They would never let me on a TV show, but if I were going to be
Wait,
on one...
This is a TV show.
Oh, wow. I can't believe they let me on a TV show. Wow, that's unbelievable. Well, anyway, you should head on over to geekbeat.tv/FameSpot. You got 15 seconds to tell us, and we'll put you on our TV show.
Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Beat Live with special co-host Josh Malina.
Indeed. Raise the roof. Okay, Josh.
Raising.
Yeah.
This is that little segment of the show which we just invented for the first time ever, where we like to play 3 technical questions for Josh Malina.
Because this is a geek show.
This should be a disaster. Technical questions for me, yes.
I think we're going to, whenever we have other people on, it's still going to be called 3 technical questions for Josh Malina in honor of you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for these questions?
Technically, yes.
Okay, good.
Emotionally, no.
Okay, question number 1 is, what is the name of Google's Android market?
I don't even know what that means.
I knew he wouldn't know that because he uses an iPhone.
Google's Android market,
That's
not
correct.
a phone.
That is correct.
You know where you get apps?
Ralph's?
It is not
I don't know.
Ralph's,
I'm not an Android owner.
but Ralph's would have been a better name. They called it Play.
Plague?
Google Play. It used to be
I
called...
think it said Plague, Plague.
Right, that would be
No, not Plague, although I think that would have been better
funny.
as well. Because it's kind of
Google
viral.
Play, like, let's get some play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Okay.
All right, next question. What is the airspeed velocity of an unleadened swallow?
An African swallow?
We will accept that answer. Yes.
Thank you.
You could have. We would have either accepted. I don't know, or African or European. Okay.
All right, so you're 50-50 at this point.
That's right.
Excellent. It really all comes down to the bonus question.
It
That's
really
right.
does.
The last question is, what is the difference between a condenser and a cardioid microphone?
Right. Not going easy on me on question 3. I'm a layperson. I'm not obviously a big tech geek, but I'll give it a shot. My sense is that the cardioid microphone, which I believe comes from the Greek word corolla, meaning heart, the cardioid exhibits an acoustic pickup pattern that, when it's graphed in 2 dimensions, resembles a cardioid. And my sense is that a condenser microphone, on its own, is no slouch when it comes down to it. The fact that a condenser microphone can measure capacitance change is, to me, personally impressive, given that they were invented back in 1916 by, I believe, Bell Labs. And I don't know how EC figured out that the capacitance of the capsule, which is around 5 to 100 farads, if I'm saying that right, combined with the value of the bias resistor, forms a filter that's high pass for the audio signal and low pass for the bias voltage. But that, for me, is what impresses me about the condenser. So it's a toss-up.
Wow, I guess if you weren't on Skype, I'd be giving you a high 5.
Yes, that was an acceptable answer?
I think we're going to accept that answer.
I think so.
I don't even know if it's right or not.
2 for 3.
So yeah, we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you.
He just won the challenge.
Yeah. What did he win?
Moving on. I think you have another question for Josh.
Yeah, Josh, I wanted to ask you a question because I know that a while back you were nominated for a SAG award, but you didn't win. And I wondered, I know it's sensitive, but can I ask you a question about that?
You may, absolutely. I've been told it's an honor just to be nominated by other losers.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's what I wanted to know. So what I want to know is, what is it like to get that call that you've been nominated for one of the most prestigious awards in your industry?
That, of course,
and then they tell you there's going to be this awards ceremony, and then you really need to be there, right? So what you do is you get your whole team together, and then you fly them all to Las Vegas or wherever the award is going to be, and then you sit there for like a 3-hour-long thing, and then you're sitting on the edge of the seat and you're waiting for them to call your category.
That's right, John. It's exciting.
And then after you're sitting there for hours, they finally get to the very last category, right? And it's your category. You've been waiting all evening, and then you're thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we won? And then the announcer comes on, and you're thinking, wow, this is it, and all that, right?
Yes, there's a huge build-up, and you get excited.
And then they announce the winner, but it's not you, okay? And then you're thinking, good God, what is going on here? I mean, and didn't that person just win like 7 awards? I mean, can't they throw me a bone here?
I don't remember that exactly happening.
I mean, seriously, they're going to give all the awards to one person? I mean, how are you supposed to deal with that, Josh?
John, I'm sensing that there's something more personal to this question than I know.
You should let the man talk.
Oh, we're getting the cut.
Oh, okay. Well,
we already have to cut?
News will come after this, I suppose.
Good God.
We're up against the hard break.
This is kind of like that dang award ceremony. They're cutting us off again.
Again. If you would like to be like Josh Malina, what TV show is it that you would want to put yourself on?
Or you might want to be like Callie Lewis and be on the TV show.
Or like John P.
No, you don't want to be like John P.
Please don't be like John P. We don't need another John P in the world.
Head on over to geekbeat.tv/FameSpot. Let us know. We're going to be right back. And then maybe we'll actually talk about some technology on the tech show.
We did. Mike's.
True.
He knows what he's talking about.
Hey folks, welcome back to Geek Beat Live. That's Callie Lewis. That's Josh Malina. I'm Josh P. Or John P.
You're who?
I'm John P, not Josh P. But you can call me Josh P.
But you wouldn't actually get his attention if you did so.
I can't even hear the people over here who are trying to direct the show, so you can call me anything you want. But right now, it's time for the news.
Time.
Josh, it's enough joking around.
Let's get down to the news.
That's right. So first, the big news of the day. Did you buy any Facebook stock?
You can't yet.
No, I'm not one of the special people who was able to get in on the IPO, and I think I just read that it's fizzled as the market closed.
Oh, really?
Did it?
I don't want to start
When I was looking earlier, it was hovering around 41, 40 and a half. So they originally said they were going to launch the IPO at like
IPO? The IPO.
At like 24 to 36
Well, it launched
or something.
at 38.
Yeah, then they said, oh, well, due to market demand, we're going to up it to 38, and then we're going to add on another 50 million shares, and so it'll be a $100 billion valuation. And I guess they're telling us in the stock room, in the chat room.
And they say that your brain is just like jelly today, and I think
true.
that they're
What are they saying in the chat room?
Closed at 38, I guess.
Closed at 30. Well, no, it opened at 38.
No, it closed at
That's
38.
fantastic. Nobody won, nobody made any money, nobody lost any money. It's beautiful. It's very zen.
That's
a very
right.
zen IPO.
That's
Okay,
right.
but that means that their valuation is like over $100 billion.
With a B. You got to do
B.
this when you say that.
I don't, because
Okay.
I'm not Dr. Evil.
Okay, well, anyway, the other big news, which I teased earlier.
Yeah, last week we were talking about Scott Thompson, the CEO of Yahoo, who had this big flub on his bio. The fact that the bio said that he had a computer science degree, and he did in fact not. So I last week gave him the benefit of the doubt. When John was tearing him to pieces, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like,
not.
You know what? It may have been a clerical error, may have been this or that, whatever. This week, I am not, oh my gosh.
And what did I say? I said, clerical errors don't last for like a decade, okay? There was plenty of time to clear that up. The guy those documents and his bio had to be fed to investors and put in, documents that went to the SEC. You can't make a mistake if you're going to be the CEO of Yahoo.
So now he blames a headhunting firm back in like 2000 for making the mistake. And he decided to step down. He decided to resign.
Wait a minute, before you move on. He blamed a headhunting firm, Josh, and then the headhunting firm came back and said, no, we have your resume right here where you had it on there.
Oh,
That's bad. That's bad.
So he decides to step down after the board essentially says, we're going to fire him for cause if he doesn't step down. And he then goes on to say, as he's stepping down, I have cancer. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't wish cancer on anyone, but you don't take that approach in a situation like this.
Wow, we've reversed roles today. What do you think of
I was really upset.
So Josh, he comes forward, like all this crap is going on, and he comes forward and he says, I just found out, I have thyroid cancer. I'm stepping down as CEO.
To be
same thing. Obviously, I feel bad for the guy if that's true, but it's a weird usage of what you're going through. It's a weird way to sort of play that on your exit.
Well, I think what's funny too is you said if it's true.
If it's true,
which is also a horrible thing to say. It's like, well, you burnt me once on the major.
Right.
Seriously, it's like, why should we believe that it's actually true.
I really don't wish that kind of pain on anyone or his family, and I hate that, if
All
it
right,
is true.
stop with the
But
pain. Let me tell you why I think
seriously.
he did it. The reason I think
for
he did
sympathy.
it, here's why, no, I don't think it's for sympathy. Here's why I think he did it. Because he had signed a...
Ouch, the chat room asked if the cancer was on his resume.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
So he had signed a document with them, and the document basically said if he had to resign for death or disability or anything like that, all of his options would vest immediately. And so I think he's got, I don't know how he would get some fake doctor or God knows what, but
Oh, man.
I'm thinking what he did
Seriously.
was he basically is drumming up this cancer thing so that he can try and leave and cash out $6.5 million worth of options.
Well, then I do respect it.
Okay, good.
And last but not least, there is a new GoDaddy CEO.
That is just a crying shame.
Bob Parsons, if you know anything about GoDaddy, you know the GoDaddy girls, you know all of the GoDaddy commercials, which are very...
Oh, don't I?
Do you, Josh?
What's that?
Do you know the GoDaddy commercials?
I do. I've even registered some
I
things
think
through
that
GoDaddy.
that era has come to an end.
Well, Bob Parsons went around shooting elephants and things like that. It wasn't exactly the best PR move for them, I guess.
No.
No,
What
he's
was
like,
he thinking? I mean,
No.
Did he think that would play well? I guess so. I mean, was it for publicity, do you think? Or
No,
what was he
he
thinking?
just-
Because didn't he release the video like, hey, here's what I did on my
Yes.
vacation?
he did.
And even released them carving it up.
Dude.
All right, well.
So we're getting a stop, please, for the love of God from Mark, because I guess
I love
it's...
how you like to call him
I
now
guess-
out on that.
I guess it's time for us to take a commercial break.
It is indeed.
Do we have to take a commercial break, Mark?
We do.
He says yes, yes, yes. See,
Josh,
look, I'm
would you
wearing
like
an
to,
IFB in my ear.
Would you like to throw it out, throw it off to commercial?
You know what we have to do now?
We want people to create a fame spot, right?
Right.
Come on, people, come onto our TV show and tell us what other television show you would also like to be on. And you can do that by...
Going to geekbeat.tv/famespot.
Hey, you might replace me with him.
I'm going to say that.
I will, if he will agree to it. Josh?
I'm in.
Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Beat Live. How are you today? I don't know where the camera is.
I'm doing all right.
Right over
Hey, put
here.
it back on that other view for a second. Look at that. Look how tiny our heads are compared to Josh. He's like super. He's like...
Don't say that about him. That is rude.
No, he's super sized.
It's all brain.
He just said you have a big head.
I do. All actors do.
All actors do. It's gadget time. Are you ready for some gadget news?
Jenny McQueen says that's how big he actually is
Right.
in real life. He's a giant.
What is your favorite gadget?
What's your favorite gadget?
I'm a shockingly a very recent convert to the iPhone, and I don't know how I lived without it for so many years. It's
Nice.
really actually one of those rare things that's super enjoyable to have, but actually makes me more productive.
She loves her iPhone as well.
I also love my Android tablet.
That is true.
I
And
also love guns.
I hate this. Oh, I love guns.
Don't take that the wrong way.
You don't like guns.
I
You
love-
like these guns right here, baby. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, tell them about the gun.
I'm a little disturbed now.
Never mind.
This gun is actually called a Tesla gun. If you know, this was made by Rob Flickinger.
Did he shoot anybody with it?
No, he's just shooting the air. But this was actually made by a Tesla coil, and sorry, my thing is screwing up here. But it shoots lightning rays.
Did he?
It's pretty awesome. Take a look at that.
Did he barbecue a chicken with it?
No, that would be rude. So the gun itself is made from melted aluminum cans, and then it's poured into a mold of a Nerf gun itself. Made that thing. Now he can shoot lightning rays. He can't be a god.
Did he
because
shoot
there's no
anybody
thunder.
with it?
No.
Josh, I mean,
It's cool looking, but is it to accompany rock shows or is it for killing aliens? What is
No.
what's the purpose of it?
Why does it have to have a purpose?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess, I don't know.
Fine.
You're much more zen than I. It doesn't need a
Well,
purpose. just it.
Since you're a recent iPhone convert, maybe you'll like this better.
I think you will.
Guys, how are these guys not liking that? I just gave them a gun that shoots
No, I'll tell you what
lightning.
Josh is going to like. He's going to like the Daymaker alarm clock.
This is actually pretty cute.
This is like, it's like a toaster for your iPhone.
So when you set it in the toaster to charge, you push it down just like you do a piece of bread, and when it's charged,
It pops
and
up.
actually when the alarm goes off, like you can set an alarm. When the alarm goes off, it pops up. You can see the time, and through the speakers in the device itself, it'll play your alarm music. And if you only have a single one, because you can do two in the Daymaker, the single one is called a single slice. That's hard to say.
A single slice. So
You know what? I do like it.
you like that?
Don't you?
We could get
It's
you one of those.
elegant,
And
it's
you
whimsical. It's functional.
So it's actually a Kickstarter project. Are you familiar with Kickstarter?
Oh, I see. Now I got to pay to develop this thing? What the hell?
Yes.
Good point. I
That's
like
how you
your
put
point.
me in. You show me this great prototype, and then you're like, you want to make a second one.
They're
you have to-
actually asking for $275,000, which is a lot for a product like this.
$275,000 to make an iPhone toaster?
There's only 30,000 pledged right now.
Wow, that one's not going to make, Josh.
No.
I will not be making up the difference.
Come on.
Do you like to swim?
Sure.
Are you your house overlooks the ocean?
My house overlooks the ocean. It also overlooks my next door neighbors who have a pool.
That is true. That is true. Well, sometimes you might be thinking, I'd like to go swimming, but I'd also like to breathe underwater.
Yes. Are you saying somebody's invented scuba gear?
Actually, this is called
Okay, moving on.
a power breather. No, this is actually
I'm
kind of
just kidding.
cool. See, it's like a snorkel. It acts like a snorkel, except it adds an even
There you go.
better piece to it, because when you breathe out, you're actually breathing all the way out, and you're not reusing any stale air that's recycled like it does in normal scuba gear.
Hey, Josh, what was that movie with John Travolta, and they were like, it's a Royale with cheese.
What?
That would be Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Or Battlefield Earth. Both have the same.
Pulp Fiction. Dave.
Now he likes you better as a host because you actually get his references to movies.
Dave, can you go back to the picture of the girl with the breather thing in her mouth? Tell me that doesn't remind you of a scene from Pulp Fiction.
I see what you're saying.
It's wrong. It's wrong. But
So you now ruined that product by comparing it to weird.
Great.
Like
I did. I'm
Awesome.
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Well, it is web time. Some interesting, funny things happened this week in the web.
The first thing is very important. A man got attacked by a goose.
At least it wasn't a duck.
Yeah, I hate those ducks. But the good news is he had his lightsaber on him, and this is what happened.
That's
Oh
good.
yeah, he's gonna get bombarded. Look.
Like it's a war. Morning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He doesn't know.
Here comes that evil.
Oh, he's gonna pick up. Oh no.
Oh, but now the goose has a lightsaber.
This is ridiculous. All right, so this actually wasn't the original video. The
Really? They didn't actually have lightsabers on them?
Shut up. Don't do that to me.
Okay, Dave. Cut the story. If they
So-
didn't really have lightsabers, I don't want to see it. But if you guys
he
want to
was
see the
shooting
rest
them
of
with
it,
a piece of newspaper.
I like it.
You
Watch
guys
this.
can go all the
Bam.
way to geekbeat.tv/live64.
right there, see? Live 64.
And
GK
see the
Dave.
entire video.
GK Dave is live blogging the show. You can check that out.
Well, I hate to tell you, but sometimes bad things happen to good cars.
Oh, this is wrong. This could have almost made its way into our Cars segment.
It could have, but
But
it was really popular on
It was a viral video.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Check this guy out. Somebody has a yellow Lamborghini, and somebody pulled up behind them at a stoplight. And you know, when you see cool cars, sometimes you want to take a picture or something.
So he turned on the camera, the video camera.
Yeah, and here's what happened. Okay, we're just going to leisurely turn this corner.
Right.
And
He just completely loses control.
I got that on
Lands in
video.
between two cars going the opposite way.
Look at Josh.
That's fantastic, he says.
That is the greatest thing I've ever seen. That is the biggest choke artist ever.
I mean,
Yeah, seriously.
all he was doing was turning the corner.
I don't know I don't understand how it happened.
Oh, because he was
At all.
the driver was a D-bag and he didn't deserve to have a Lamborghini to start with.
And he chose yellow.
Yeah,
He chose yellow.
And that's what happens, right?
In a sense, karma has come back to bite him in the butt.
Oh, good God.
So this is more of a useful website. If you're ever curious, when you get a new iPhone, when you get a new tablet, if you get a new computer, whatever, speaker, TV, there's this website called Source Map. It actually shows you exactly where your product came from. So it'll break up the product into different components, the screen, the battery, all of that stuff. And it'll map it out for you exactly where that stuff came from. There's no real use, I guess.
I think there's
but
a use for it.
It's very interesting.
I am often shopping for a new gadget, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder which children in what sweatshop were manufacturing this device, and I want to support those children.
There you go.
Did you
There you go.
Did you
Very
get their
nice.
names and adopt them and everything else too?
No,
You got
I
your
leave that to Sally Struthers.
conflict minerals to track.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
You've got your carbon footprint as you realize how many pieces from how far away.
Would you ever actually track your devices like that, Josh?
No, I don't want to know because then I'll have to address ethical questions that I'd rather ignore. No. Yeah, actually, that does look actually kind of interesting in this world of ours. In terms of keeping track of that kind of thing, it's interesting. Yeah, I think I might actually do that.
Okay. Nice recovery.
Yeah, that was.
But I'm with your
I'm trying
first
to
answer.
think, should I answer for real or yeah?
Yeah, I go with his first answer as my answer.
Okay.
Final answer.
Probably most people.
Yeah, as do most people. Okay.
So, Josh, what TV show have you not appeared on that you would really like to appear on?
That's a great question. I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad.
So is Mark Zamora over here back
Yeah.
here.
And we used to sort of cross paths a little bit when I worked on In Plain Sight and we shot in Albuquerque. I would kind of see those guys and think, oh, I'd like to be on that. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but I love
Why don't
that.
you just call them up?
And the writing and the dialogue.
How could they not take you on?
You know, if you break it down, the majority of television shows and almost all movies have decided not to have me on. So they just made they made the majority decision.
I don't understand that. Well, if I could choose to be on any show whatsoever, I would want to be on Most Extreme Elimination. Y'all don't even know what that is.
I don't know. That sounds like a bathroom television game show.
Oh, God. It probably is, knowing John.
Oh, God.
Well,
Go on over to
we wanna know-
geekbeat.tv/FameSpot and tell us.
What your TV show is of choice.
That's right. Welcome back to Geek Beat Live, people. It is Callie's favorite time of the day. It is robot time. During the commercial break, we've been having lots of fun discussions. Josh is doing the robot.
Nice.
That is a special bonus gift just for you people. If you want, you can always follow along at geekbeat.tv/
Live 64.
No, that's where the show notes are. You can just go to geekbeat.tv/live to watch
I wasn't listening to
what's
you.
the craziness that's going on in the break. One thing I can tell you is that Mark Zamora is ready to murder us all because
have
this
thrown
show
the
is taking
entire
a long time.
That's okay, because Josh is here and we're having a bunch of fun with him.
That's all that matters. Nice. However, it is actually time for robots, so what have you got for us today?
All right, so I don't know if you know this about me, Josh, but really like
She's
my
a robot.
robots. I am not a robot. I just really like my robots.
She's a robot.
I like when robotics help people in need who are paralyzed. For example, this woman, she's paralyzed, but she's actually been able to control things like take drinks and do more
Watching the most
by her mind.
interface in action. Kathy Hutchinson is paralysed and unable to speak, but just by thinking she's able to control the movements of this robotic arm and drink her morning coffee. She's part of a pioneering study run by researchers at Brown University in the US. brain
this
cells.
basically, there's a sensor implanted in the brain, and she's able to pick up my drink, and drink the drink, and it works. Pretty impressive.
That's unbelievable. I mean, that knocked me out, that video. That's incredible.
I'm having a hard time believing it. I mean, I believe it,
I
but
have shown you lots of mind control robotic systems.
you've used many mind control devices on me in the past. That is true.
All right, how about this? This is even more fun. This is a bunch of guys, the MakerBot 3D design team. We all love the MakerBot. They have decided to create a robot petting zoo.
Inside each of these bots, we have a gearbox. And this gearbox has 2 motors, and we're using a 1:14 gear ratio reduction.
And this guy, it really is simple. It's just two battery packs, 2 geared motors, and some wires. That's it. There's nothing, like I said, it's all analog. There's nothing digital in there. There's no circuitry.
How does this tire speak to you? Well, it needs a cute little face with a mustache and some eyes.
I have a whole new sympathy for guys who design cars. I'll never complain anymore that my alternator's in the wrong place. Like, how could they put that alternator there? I get it now. I get it now, Honda.
Wheelie answers a question that I never knew I had in life, but now I'm happy I've answered, which is, what would a robotic chicken look like?
Robotic chicken.
I gotta admit, I think I'd get a kick out of a robotic chicken.
How adorable is that? I don't have anything else to say. I'm just really.
You just want a robotic chicken now.
I just want now a petting farm that is made up of all robots. Is that too much to ask for, Josh?
No, I think it's exactly the right amount to ask for. You nailed it.
Perfect. I like you as a host. I do want to.
You're making me look bad here.
Diplomatic. That is my job.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
It is.
Now it's my turn.
To try and impress us with your cars and automobiles and trains.
She's all into robots, but I like cars and stuff like that. So we have this little crazy
he likes
section.
to imagine that he's a manly man.
We like to call it planes, trains, and automobiles. And the first stop on today's journey is the roving space shuttle food truck. That's right. That is a photo.
That takes you a moment to process, doesn't it?
It does. That photo is actually a converted DC-3 airplane that was originally built in 1944, flown in World War II, later flew as an airliner in the 50s and 60s, and was even hijacked to Cuba in the 70s.
No.
Wow.
What they did was they chopped it up and they put it on a bus, a GMC bus frame, and they turned it into a commercial kitchen, and now it is a roach coach.
Wow.
I like it.
That is pretty cool.
Would you eat from something cooked in there?
Yes, presumably it's all kosher fare, and yes, I would eat there.
I'm sure it is.
Pretty sure. Well, the good news is you can actually go right now on eBay and purchase that one-of-a-kind memorabilia for $150,000.
If I didn't already have that money committed to the iPhone toaster, I would probably buy that.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'm sorry. You can't tell me that there is a food truck and not give me the option to actually go eat from the food truck.
Well, we can fly you out to California. You can eat from it. Then they'll sell it on eBay. How's that?
I want to stand
instead
in line.
of flying you there, what we're going to do is we're going to drive you there because this couple, John and Helen Taylor, they're like the world's foremost authorities on getting the greatest gas mileage. Somehow they hold like 80 world records for gas mileage.
That's an interesting one to set out to do.
Yeah, well, they got a bone stock 2012 VW Passat turbo diesel.
Okay.
They drove it 1,626 miles on a single tank of gas.
Whoa! So
Did they start very high up in a mountain and
just coasting down,
downhill, like spiraling up
Mount Everest?
They actually, I forget where they drove it from now, but they drove it from like for example, like Texas to Washington D.C. or Virginia or something. Oh yeah, they went from like Houston to Virginia or something like that.
Maxist in the chat room says she pushes
car.
But do they just like they drive the exact speed limit.
I guess they're experts on like when to take your foot off the gas and roll down the hill and how to. I don't know, but all I know is they broke a world record, and the VW people thought it was cool. Of course.
Sure.
Now the final thing, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, mine too.
I hate it when you're on the phone on the airplane and then they want you to turn your phone off. And the reason they want you to turn your phone off is allegedly for safety. It's not because like it's rude, which it is, but I don't care. It's because
I don't actually want to talk on the phone in the plane because I don't want anybody else hearing my conversations. But the fact that they won't let me
that pisses you off. All right, so here's the deal. Over in across the pond there, g'day mates. The Virgin Atlantic, our friends in the UK, they think that they don't like it when I say g'day, throw another shrimp on the Barbie. I don't know why. But Virgin Atlantic is now allowing you to make phone calls while you're in the air, and in fact, they've got some technology in the planes that help you do it, but it costs like $1.50 a minute.
$1.60 to be exact.
Would you use it?
I'm trying to think of whom I would call for $1.50 a minute.
You'd call your agent and you'd give him one of those speeches like Tom Cruise gave, like Tom Cruise got in that movie where
show me the money.
Show me the money, right?
Ah, yes.
You got to get that $1.50 back somehow.
Right, of course.
Exactly. I'm spending $1.50 a minute on this call. Where's the work?
That's right.
All right. Well, unfortunately, it is time to let Josh go because it is coming up to the end of our show and we have to unbox some stuff, including a big TV.
Well, next time you're in Dallas, Josh, you can come on the show and you can actually physically unbox stuff with us.
Right. And then can I keep the boxes?
Well, of course, not the stuff inside, but you can keep the boxes.
If I ever move, it'd be handy.
We have had such a blast with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
And everybody remember, you got to watch Scandal, although you can go catch up on it if you haven't seen it yet, and then wait for the next season.
The DVD comes out June 12th.
Get the DVD.
June 12th.
7-episode series.
Follow him at Josh Malina on Twitter.
Facebook is something weird.
It's Josh Malina 1.
It might be Joshua Malina.
I'm sorry, it's Joshua Malina 1.
Go to geekbeat.tv/live64. It'll be in there.
We'll be right back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Beat Live. As you see, we have gotten rid of Josh. And I don't mean that in the sense like we wanted to, because we really didn't want to.
I think he wanted to get rid of us.
I think so. He was like,
"Ooh,
I gotta get out of here.
I've had enough of this show." But Josh is awesome. We really appreciate that he stopped by for the show today.
Yes. And don't forget to go
Guest
follow
hosting.
him.
That's right.
And watch his shows.
Do it.
We have a lot of unboxings, so let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
That little yellow one, what is that?
Okay. This one, this is interesting. This is a package from Stephen Hodges in Clayton, New Mexico.
Isn't he a viewer?
Well, what do you think? Yes, he is. Here we go.
Oh, he has a nice little letter here. John and Callie, here's an analog clock program I created just for your Windows machine. John, get rid of the Norton and install him as security essentials.
Sweet. Can you guys see this?
Automatically updates and should not be so annoying. Aww.
He made us a livid lobster clock.
That is awesome.
For Windows, because I'm always whining about the Windows machine trying to get it like. Wow, look, the DVD actually has the livid lobster clock on the DVD label.
Oh, look at that.
That is the coolest thing ever.
That is so sweet.
As soon as we get off here, I'm going to load this on that Windows machine.
Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
What else we got?
All right, we got another package here. That one came from the FedEx.
Okay.
The FedEx man knows us well.
Let's see what, yes, I love the FedEx man, but what did he bring us?
You love the FedEx man? I don't know, what is that?
Let your oven do the stirring, the StirMate. What is this?
It is a StirMate, of course.
And what does it say it does? Let your oven do that. So you put a dish in, according to this picture.
You put
it has this little stirring.
You put this thing in your bowl. You put that in the microwave.
Oh, in the micro. What is this oven?
And then, because your microwave has the little glass thing that spins, what do you call that thing?
Yeah, the plate.
The little spinny, platey, lazy Susan-y power thing.
Interesting.
Because it does that, you put this in there. And it stirs.
I know you would love to
spins.
use this when you make the Velveeta that
Queso.
you love. Yeah.
I will. You know what?
Interesting. You're gonna try this, aren't you?
Here you go, guys. It says thestirmate.com right there. Let your oven do the stirring. Here's the deal. Tonight, I'm going to go home and I'm going to legitimately make queso dip with this.
Darn it! You're not gonna let me participate either.
Look, there's 4 of them. Okay, you can have one. I can have one. Mark, you can make whatever you young whippersnappers make in microwaves. Meth, whatever.
No,
you can use this.
We did not just say that, and we do not approve of it.
Cut.
All right, what else do we have?
Okay.
Now that we've destroyed our reputation.
Yeah. Well, really, it's Mark's reputation that was destroyed.
There's a big box right there.
I'm okay with that. That's a big
see
box.
what's in the big box.
Move that.
Okay.
We're going to need some room.
Alrighty.
Okay, folks, you know, we're friends with the people over at Samsung.
Yes.
And every once in a while, they like
send us new TVs.
They like to send us a
this
package.
I'm not helping at all. This is one of their newest smart TVs. This
is brand
new. The 46-inch.
This is the 46FS.
This is
8000F.
the Series 8 LED TVs.
Look, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna take it down back here like
you have
this.
fun with that, yeah?
Like
okay.
Now here's the thing. This is the brand
I like getting
new
new TVs.
Yeah, thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem.
This is you like getting new TVs? Yeah, because you don't have to carry them. Here's the deal. This is one of the newest Samsung.
It doesn't let me help with anything anyway.
It's not one of. It is the newest Samsung TV, and what they're doing.
Ooh,
we're gonna have
slim
to.
bezel.
Holy mother!
This looks good.
We're gonna have to give you guys a full review later because I don't even know what all this thing does. But what I have heard.
Ooh, it's labeled #1.
It is. Look at that, #1.
Wow, this is actually really gorgeous.
I kid you not. This is literally the first one anybody has gotten.
Show
we got
me
it right
how thin
here.
it is. Tiny.
It's so thin we can barely get it on the edge to show you. But look at the bezel. There's like no bezel. What else is cool about this? If you look up here at the top, look what's up here.
#1.
Above the #1. There's a camera.
Oh, it's built in. It's built in. Nice.
No.
Oh.
You're thinking that's like a webcam? No. This thing has voice activation for the memory, for the menus. And like swipe kind of controls.
You're right.
So like if you want to change channels, I believe you just swipe your hand or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what all it does.
It is. Yeah, so we're gonna full on gesture control, voice control, test it.
It promises to
do a
be
full review.
literally the smartest television we've ever tested. That's what they claim. It will be the smartest, and it is 3D. It has active glasses.
Nice. 3D glasses over there.
And we're gonna check it out.
I can't wait.
So.
Well, we're gonna kick it off then. We're gonna say bye to you so we can test this new TV.
This is cool, but I'm gonna go make some queso.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Follow John at John Pose on Twitter or Google Plus, gplus.to/John Pose, P-O-Z.
And she is Callie Lewis on Twitter and gplus.to/Callie Lewis. And you guys can go leave us a thank spot if you want. Tell us anything you feel like. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Have a good one.